They say cars don't die, they're murdered by neglect. Every time you start your engine and ignore that faint ticking sound or delay, that oil change just one more week, you're unknowingly shaving years off your vehicle's life. It's not the catastrophic breakdowns that kill engines. It's the slow, silent damage caused by small habits. But here's the shocking part. A few simple, inexpensive things you can do right now could easily save you thousands of dollars in repairs over the next few years. These are the same insider tricks mechanics never tell you, because, well, why would they ruin their own business? So, if you've ever wondered why some cars last 300,000 miles while others barely hit 100,000, stay tuned. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to keep your engine running smoother, longer, and stronger than ever before. Let's start with the biggest silent killer of engines: old oil. Your engine oil isn't just there for lubrication, it's your engine's lifeblood. Over time, it collects carbon, metal shavings, and dirt, turning into a thick, grimy paste that suffocates your engine from the inside out. Many drivers think, hey, I'll change it next month. But those few hundred miles of delay can cost you thousands later in repairs. From worn piston rings to seized bearings, oil breaks down under heat, losing its ability to reduce friction. And when friction rises, metal meets metal. That's when real damage begins. So always check your dipstick regularly, and never stretch your oil changes beyond 5,000 to 7,000 miles, unless you're using a high-grade synthetic oil specifically rated for longer intervals. A $40 oil change could literally prevent a $4,000 engine rebuild. If your engine could talk, it would beg for one thing: air. But not just any air, clean, unrestricted airflow. When your air filter clogs with dust, pollen, or debris, your engine suffocates. It starts burning more fuel, losing power, and producing more carbon deposits. Think of it like running a marathon with a cloth over your mouth. That's your engine trying to breathe through a dirty filter. Replacing your air filter costs less than a dinner out, yet most car owners forget it even exists. The result? Your fuel injectors work harder, your spark plugs foul quicker, and your engine's performance dips dramatically. Experts recommend checking it every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. Sooner, if you drive in dusty conditions. A clean air filter can boost mileage, reduce wear, and make your car feel new again. Coolant isn't just a colorful liquid sitting in your radiator, it's your engine's temperature control system. But here's what most drivers don't know. Coolant doesn't last forever. Over time, it loses its rust-inhibiting properties and turns acidic, eating away at your radiator, water pump, and even your cylinder head. That's right, old coolant can actually corrode the inside of your engine. Flushing your coolant system every 30,000 to 50,000 miles can save you thousands in overheating damage. When engines overheat, head gaskets blow, cylinder heads warp, and you end up with repair bills that could have bought you a new car. Don't wait until you see steam coming from your hood. Prevent it early. Because once an engine overheats, there's no cheap fix. Ever start your car and immediately rev the engine? Big mistake. Cold engines are like waking up from deep sleep. They need time to warm up before going full speed. When the oil is cold, it's thick and doesn't circulate properly, leaving vital engine parts dry for those first few moments. Revving right away forces the engine to spin fast with poor lubrication, one of the fastest ways to wear out bearings and camshafts. The right move? Let the engine idle for 30 seconds to a minute. That's all it takes for oil pressure to stabilize and coat everything. In winter, give it an extra minute. This small act of patience saves countless engines from premature wear. Because the first minute after ignition, that's when your car suffers the most damage if treated carelessly. Short trips are an engine's worst nightmare. When you drive for less than 10 minutes, your engine rarely reaches its optimal temperature. The oil remains thick, moisture builds up, and unburned fuel seeps into the oil pan. Over time, that leads to sludge, the sticky black goo that clogs oil passages and destroys engines from the inside. Mechanics see it all the time. Cars that barely get used, but suffer from massive internal damage. So, if you mostly drive short distances, take your car on a 20 to 30-minute highway run once a week. It burns off moisture, recharges your battery, and clears out carbon buildup. Ironically, using your car less doesn't preserve it. Driving it properly does. The unsung heroes of combustion. Spark plugs might seem tiny and insignificant, but they're the heartbeat of your engine's combustion process. When they wear out, misfires happen. Fuel doesn't burn efficiently, carbon builds up, and your engine starts shaking like it's begging for help. Worse, the unburned fuel damages your catalytic converter, a repair that easily costs over $1,000. Changing your spark plugs every 30,000 to 60,000 miles keeps your combustion clean and your mileage high. Use the type recommended by your manufacturer, not cheap substitutes. The right plugs make your engine run smoother, start quicker, and last longer. Think of it as giving your engine its spark of life, literally. Your timing belt keeps the entire engine synchronized. Pistons, valves, and camshafts all moving in harmony. But here's the terrifying truth. If it snaps, your engine could self-destruct in less than a second. Valves collide with pistons, metal bends, and your engine's internal rhythm is destroyed forever. Most manufacturers recommend replacing the timing belt between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. It's not cheap, but it's a fraction of what you'd pay for a full engine rebuild. Too many drivers gamble with it, thinking, it's still running fine. But timing belts don't give warnings. They just fail. Replacing it on schedule is like changing the batteries in a life support system. You do it before disaster strikes. Engine longevity isn't just about the engine. It's about the entire drivetrain. Transmission fluid lubricates gears and prevents overheating. Over time, it turns dark and loses its friction modifiers, making gear shifts rough and putting unnecessary stress on your engine. Flushing or replacing transmission fluid every 40,000 miles keeps everything running smooth. Some cars claim lifetime fluid, but that's just marketing talk. No fluid lasts forever under heat and pressure. If you ever notice delayed shifting or grinding between gears, don't ignore it. That's your transmission crying for help. And while a fluid change might cost $200, a transmission rebuild can easily hit $3,000 to $5,000, especially the engine light. That little orange light on your dashboard isn't there for decoration. When the check engine light comes on, your car's onboard computer has detected a problem. It could be as simple as a loose gas cap, or as serious as a failing oxygen sensor, bad catalytic converter, or misfiring cylinder. Ignoring it allows the issue to worsen silently. Mechanics have countless horror stories of drivers who waited months, only to end up with total engine failure. Always get it scanned early. Most auto parts stores will do it for free. The earlier you diagnose the issue, the cheaper it usually is to fix. Think of that light as your car whispering, "Help me," before it's too late. Modern engines rely on precise fuel delivery, but over time, injectors get clogged with carbon and residue. The result? Poor performance, rough idling, and low mileage. Using a quality fuel system cleaner every few thousand miles can keep your injectors spotless. These cleaners dissolve carbon buildup and restore your fuel spray pattern. It's like giving your engine a deep internal detox. And if you drive a direct injection engine, this is even more crucial. Those engines are prone to valve carbon buildup that robs them of power. Fuel system maintenance may cost $10 per treatment, but neglect could cost you thousands in fuel inefficiency and engine wear. Remember, proper tire pressure doesn't just protect your tires, it protects your engine too. So the next time someone says, "Engines just don't last like they used to," smile, because you'll know better. Engines don't die of old age, they die of neglect. Take care of yours, and it'll reward you with years of flawless drives. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more insider automotive secrets, and share this video with anyone who loves their car but hates repair bills. Let's keep those engines running strong, one smart driver at a time.